guys. All right. Sometimes I really hate covering developing news because I have to do 3 or 4 takes because just things change. Nothing says protective like a mother being separated from their kid. Nothing triggers that response. It goes back to the old age or good old days of like cavemen and stuff like that, where obviously women and mothers would protect their kids from predators and monsters and like animals and stuff like that, right? So they had this very innate protective nature. So you're probably wondering why we're talking about this. Well, a New York school decided to lock kids in the library because they weren't wearing a mask, because the mandates were, at this point, were ruled unconstitutional. And obviously the school is reportedly Manchester UFDS. So this is the Manchester Union Free School District. They are supposedly the ones that reportedly were involved in this altercation. And they got a lecture about how that native instinct of the mother to protect her kid is still very much alive and well. And we got a video to show you just how alive and well it is. So let's play.
Nobody locks my kid in a goddamn library. This is not a detention camp. This is an educational facility. Look me in the eye then. Don't just sit there and look at your phone.
Chris,
I need to get my daughter. I don't know. What library was my kid in? Because nobody locks my kid in a fucking library. In the main office.
Where's the main office right here?
Go left.
You can find out the library and I can find out more information to see what exactly happened, because I was out here.
No.
Right. So, at the end of the day, can anyone say lawsuit? Unlawful detention is still against the law, and you have unlawfully detained those kids. The kids want to leave, and you are stopping them from leaving. That is unlawful detention. And I believe, don't quote me on this, but I believe every mother, that mother has every right to literally beat that door down with her foot or a battering ram or whatever she can find to get her kids free. If you have unlawfully detained someone's kid, I believe that mother can resort into beating down that door with a battering ram if she feels it to get her kid. Don't quote me, you have to talk to a lawyer, but that's what I would be doing. If this was me and someone had detained my kid in a class and had locked them in there, I would have given them to the count of 3 to unlock that door. Otherwise, that battering ram would have started swinging. I don't care if it had taken me 10, 15, 20 minutes. That door would be coming off its hinges. And good luck suing me because you unlawfully detained my kid. And by the way, while we're at it, we're going to countersue you for just that. And this is what everybody's saying here in the comments. Like, I went through and I just posted, sue them. But everybody is just like, parents need to stand up for your kids. The Breakfast Club, false imprisonment. Can't take it seriously when you're calling a library, whatever. What school is this? We actually found out. Liberals of TikTok actually mentioned it's Manchester UFSD. And that makes sense because you actually see the logo on, where is it? There it is there. So there's the logo, and that looks a lot like that one. So I'm guessing that's probably right, actually. But that's what they say. Schools in New York. Blah, blah, blah. This is not the only incident of this happening too. Other people said the same thing happened at different schools. I wrote, it's unlawful detention, sue them. But yeah, people are just basically going through. Someone wrote this. Someone put this meme up. Exactly what I'll be doing, bruh. Exactly what I'll be doing. So we do have more information about this. So a reporter has reported on it. So Nazir police responded to Manset High School this morning because about 20 students refused to wear masks, citing the court ruling that deemed it unconstitutional. Cops say kids were held in library but were allowed to leave the school. So eventually, I guess they were able to leave the school after the cops turned up and they were informed about how this is unlawful detention, maybe? But yeah, like I said, if this had been me, doors would have been coming off their hinges. But yeah, held in the library. Get on the trains, people. Yeah. Cops say kids were held in the library. We have word for that. It's imprisoned. So people are saying the same thing. But funny enough, I can't find much about this. Only thing I can sort of really find that talks about kids being in at New York schools was this article from Fox News. And this one here from Newsday, where mask confusion, student parents wonder what's next with mandates. So what basically happened, the reason why this whole happened, right, is these kids turned up to school with a note saying that it was unconstitutional for the mask, which it was at that point. The teacher didn't care. The teacher didn't read the note. She just, apparently, they just decided to lock the kids in the library because they refused to wear the mask. Now, obviously, at a later date, they did put a stay on that order to make it unconstitutional. So, at the moment, it's still constitutional for the moment until it goes through trial. But at the end of the day, that hadn't happened yet. That was still, that ruling of the stay for the unconstitutional was actually done later in the day. This has happened in early morning. So, they can't even use that as an excuse. Look, at the end of the day, guys, even if the kids were not wearing the mask and it was not a problem or issue of constitution, you still can't lock them in a library. You still can't lock kids in a library. That is false imprisonment. All that the kid has to say once is, I want to leave, and if they refuse to open the door, you have every right to beat that door down and walk over that door off its hinges. And that's what I would have been doing. I would have done that. I would have beaten it down with a battering ram. I would have turned up with a battering ram. I would have been, open this door now, or I'm going to open it myself. And if they didn't move, start swinging. That's what I would have done. Because, yeah, at the end of the day, obviously, as for this, I fully support the mother. Anybody in prison, my kid, would find out the hard way about what not to do. But guys, obviously at the end of the day, let us know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. But yeah, all I'm going to say is sue them. False imprisonment is a real thing. Apart from that, guys, let us know what your thoughts are in that comment section below. Obviously, the video's been helpful. Please smack that like button. If you're new to the channel, welcome and subscribe. Apart from that, guys, we'll see you in the next demonetized video from YouTube. Have a great night and enjoy.